I suffered through all of these showcases, so you don't have to.
I did it all for you. I did it all for you.
Hello there, gamers, and welcome back to a little top 10 video about the best and worst things I saw at all of these gaming presentations. Just for fun, of course. Gotta make up for all the lost time I spent going over these things after all. 21 whole shows, including, in order, Best Indie Games Showcase, OTK Games Expo, Homebrew Games Summer Showcase, Guerrilla Collective, Accessibility Showcase, Summer Game Fest with Geoff Keighly.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Day of the Devs, Devolver Digital Direct.
What is drugs?
Future of Play Showcase, Latin American Games Showcase, Women-Led Games Showcase, Future Games Show, Indie FPS Showcase, Xbox Games Showcase, PC Gaming Show, Ubisoft Forward, Black Voices in Gaming Dames for Games Stream for a Cause.
Kill me, please. I want to die.
Yacht Club Games, Nintendo Direct,
It's over.
LRG3 2024, and lastly, Upload VR Summer Showcase. And you may be wondering, with the insane amount of things shown at all of these events combined, why make a video of only 10 best and worst? Well, if you don't know, I do a little monthly video series called Random News of Gaming, or RNG for short. At the end of each one, I go over all the most interesting releases from non-AAA companies that are coming out within 1 month of when I make each video. Over the course of parsing through these showcases, I think I added over 400 games to my Steam wishlist, which is my main tool for keeping track of interesting looking upcoming games. So, shameless plug, don't forget to subscribe and tune in around the turn of every month to see for yourself, as I will go over the release of every interesting game shown off at these events over time. For this vid, I'm just going to go over the best and worst things because I thought it would be fun, with a focus on the bigger showcases, especially for the worst list because I don't like to beat down on the little guys. There are no other rules other than I will only be covering the games shown off, because I could not be bothered to listen to most of the presenters talking, and if I included that, it would be in all 10 spots of the worst list. Maybe. Some of these games... oh man. Anyway, I also restricted the top 10 favorites to games I heard about for the first time only. Let's get into it. Like I said earlier, I hate to pick on the little guys, but come the fuck on. Number 10 worst is the handful of clearly blatant rip-off games at the Homebrew Showcase. For those who don't know, the Homebrew Showcase is a show full of new upcoming games that can run on old hardware, such as the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. And you may be thinking, what did you expect from a show like that? I would at least expect everything being promoted there to be all original content only. That's pretty much all I ask for. It ain't much. But instead, they thought promoting clear ripoffs of Dr. Mario and Tetris and maybe others was a good idea too. Metroid Prime 4. Fucking finally! 7 years after the teaser, we finally got something tangible about this game. I've been a Metroid enjoyer for over 25 years, so naturally I will be playing this one too. So why isn't it higher? Go back and look at the trailer again. There isn't really anything they've shown so far that stands out as new or interesting compared to previous Prime games. Until they show more, I'm gonna keep my excitement in check, which is why it's only number 10 best. Before I mention this next game, I have a bit of a confession to make. I was in the camp thinking that this Xbox showcase was the best they've ever had since the inception of Xbox, and that it was also probably the best showcase of the month. After thinking about it a bit more, I'm not so sure anymore because for every game in the showcase I liked, there were 2 or 3 that made me facepalm in disgust or were just disappointments for one reason or another, and they still have the problem that everything they showed doesn't mean anything for the Xbox console brand. With all that out of the way, ready for a hot take? Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is my number 9 worst. It looks like shit. To me. I don't think it will be an objectively bad game per se, at least based off of what I've seen, but it has so much I hate about modern AAA games. And the entire trailer was just a long, cringy cutscene.
Choo choo! Choo choo! Ha 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 ha!
With like 20 seconds of alleged staged gameplay. Get Hollywood, out. Fuck off. I have Dynasty Warriors Origins at number 9 best. Even though I have never actually played any game in this series, this one, at least based on the trailer, looks like it has some serious potential, with tons of enemies on screen. Maybe I'll have to step away from Hyrule Warriors finally and dip my toes into the main series. Let's just hope they don't screw it up again like they did with Dynasty Warriors 9. Next, at number 8 worst, we have a game that was shoved into several showcases courtesy of Devolver Digital, Crush House. An extreme cringe fest where you direct a reality show or some shit. And every time it came up, it was like, God damn it, not again. I keep saying that I don't want games to be like movies, and that extends to TV shows too. Get out. For number 8 best, I have First Dwarf from the Best Indie Games Showcase and various others. A game that looks like one of those genre-fusing experiences that will be like a crack addiction for me. Crafting, exploration, base building, defending your colony, ooh. Sounds kinda like one of my previous games of the year, doesn't it? Unfortunately, this game is not getting reviewed well, but it's only in early access, so only time will tell. Number 7 worst is Just Dance 2025 from the Nintendo Direct. Shitty music for a yearly shitty shovelware Ubisoft game for normies. A game I'm not the target audience for, clearly. But I have to ask the questions that everyone was probably thinking during this trailer. Why do they all look like fucking clowns? And why are they all fat? If there was a game that really looked out of place for that Xbox showcase, it was Mecha Break. Why? Because it was fast, it was action-packed, it was anime-inspired, it looked hard as balls. I will probably be very, very bad at it, just saying. But it looks so goddamn fun and full of chaos. Like Armored Core, but at 3 times the speed. So that's why it's my number 7 best. For number 6 worst, Dustborn. Once again, they are shoving this horrible looking game into our faces and nobody wants it. I don't complain about quote-unquote woke shit on this channel very often, but there's a point where it's taken so far that it becomes a parody of itself and you just can't ignore it. You can't deny it, and you can't deny that's the only reason this game is getting promoted so hard.
Go away! Nobody likes you!
The only people who will play this shit will be streamers who want to laugh at it. For number 6 best, I have a game called Eternal Strands, which looks like it could be another one of those Breath of the Wild clones. But the combat looks like fun, and being able to climb on giant enemies like Shadow of the Colossus or Dragon's Dogma is always a bonus. This is the studio's first game though, so good luck. For number 5 worst, Dragon Age Veilguard. What the fuck did you do to this series, BioWare? EA. I'm not even a fan either. I tried playing the first game and couldn't get through it. But even I can tell this looks like a shadow of its former self, with a trailer that looks like a fucking Fortnite knockoff promo. Holy shit. At least it's not all bad because some people changed their tune after they saw the gameplay showcase that came out later, but still. The best looking game that came out of the PlayStation Showcase was by far Infinity Nikki. But I heard about that game well before this event, so instead I picked Astrobot for number 5 best. Based on the gameplay we saw, that game looks really fun, and if I were to get a PS5 at some point in the distant future, maybe, probably not, I would definitely try it. Number 4 worst, the Silent Hill 2 remake. How can you mess up one of your greatest games of all time this badly, Konami? You're remaking a PS2 game and somehow made everything look worse. The atmosphere is off, the lighting is off, the character models are weird as fuck looking, and the voice acting is awful. By comparison, the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake is looking a million times better, but even that one looks off to me too. I admittedly haven't played Silent Hill, but I do feel bad for its fans. Maybe Konami should just not. At number 4 best, I have The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Because of course, I'm a Zelda fanboy, just saying. But there's a few things holding this game back from being higher for me. A while back I made a really harsh critique of the Link's Awakening remake. I hated it. And this game is reusing that same style and game engine that runs like shit. Maybe it will be better in this one since it's entirely original, but I don't know. so I'm not all that thrilled with it for that reason, but I do like that it looks like it could be more puzzle-oriented than previous games, which is nice, but I don't expect it to be challenging in the slightest. I'm still going to play it though, because I'm a fucking fanboy.
It's over.
For number 3 worst, we have Ubisoft again, and probably not for the reason you're expecting. Monopoly. Monopoly is a terrible board game to begin with, and if you disagree, you're an evil bastard who supports monopolies in real life. I can't think of a more blatant example of a petty cash grab of a non-mobile game than this, holy shit. Clearly they looked at the undeserved success of that Monopoly mobile game I forgot to report about several months back, and created their own, and it will probably work. We are so fucked. Please stop buying microtransactions and please do not buy this, please! For number 3 best, we have another game that I was surprised to see. Anima, Song from the Abyss from the Best Indie Showcase. If you don't know, I enjoyed the previous game, Anima Gate of Memories, despite its major flaws, and found the universe very interesting and beautiful, and I even included the game in one of my top 10 videos from way back when. I look forward to visiting this world again. Apparently this was revealed 3 years ago, but I never heard about it until now, so probably a good thing? I hate getting teased many years in advance. Nintendo. Bethesda. For number 2 worst, another hot take probably, and this one's personal. Fable. The second trailer for this thing that they are calling Fable. Once again, this trailer shows us nothing related to why we liked this series to begin with. Everything was scripted, unfunny nonsense. There was no gameplay, again. Don't let those little snippets fool you. That was clearly staged fake gameplay. No character customization, no morality system, no quests, no chaos, no reason for us fans of the previous Fable games to get excited, and still that same weirdo protagonist that nobody likes without any sign of being able to customize her or play as a male character like previous games. They're trying way too hard to be clever with the humor in these trailers, and it falls flat every time, and sounds more like it's condescendingly deriding everything about the series' history. Oh, but the graphics look nice, bro! This game is gonna suck. Number 2 best, Doom Dark Ages from the Xbox Showcase. Of course this would be on here. Do I even need to explain myself? You have a razor shield that you throw at demons like Captain America, but better. You ride a demon dragon like Skyrim, but better. You have a mech suit you can fight in like in Xenoblade X, but better. Probably. I will definitely be playing this, if I can. Really need to upgrade my PC, real soon. For number 1 worst, I had to set aside my own bias because we still haven't been shown enough of Fable yet, so I guess there's still a chance that it could come out and I will actually like it, however slim that may seem as of now. So that leaves us with the easiest choice, Concord. My god, what an absolute cringe fest. Sony wasted so much time showing this for so damn long at the beginning of the State of Play, only for pretty much everyone to say they hate it. This game is gonna be dead on arrival, just like Foam Stars. It looks like an Overwatch ripoff with Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff characters, a combination of traits made in the deepest recesses of hell. I hate everything about it, and I wish these types of live service bullshit games would die out immediately. But they won't. Gamers will consume as always. Especially you ponies, because you have nothing else.
One game, I don't know why.
My number 1 favorite new announcement shown all summer long is a game that surprised me more than anything else from the Xbox Showcase, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This looks like it could be an answer to everything I have a problem with when it comes to JRPGs. Yes, JRPGs. As this is a turn-based game that looks like it plays exactly like a JRPG with timing mechanics in battle like Legend of Dragoon or Paper Mario. Except this time, it looks like it will have a story that I can actually take seriously, which is my main gripe with all the annoying, tropey, shallow shonen slop that JRPGs are infested with. And my god, the music sounds amazing. The in-game art style is amazing. The characters all look amazing. The story premise sounds amazing. This game hit all the right notes with me, so I really hope this game will be as good as it looks when it comes out. Please, don't screw this one up. That wraps up my list for the best and worst things from the summer showcases so far. There are still a few more showcases happening throughout July and August, but they are few and far between. So don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for my RNG series to keep up with all the latest updates on that. Well, as long as you don't mind being late to the party, since I only do it once a month. What do you think? Leave a comment on what your favorite and least favorite games from these showcases were, or post your own top 10 if you want. Also, don't forget to hit that like button or that dislike button if you love every game in my worst list for some reason. Share it around if you know anyone who might like this kind of content. Follow me on Twitter, X, or catch my content on Rumble or Odyssey. And as always with this showcase of insanity of an industry, have high standards, low expectations.
Choo choo, choo choo. Ha 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 ha. Why are we still here? Just to suffer?